If you are a green card holder, visa applicant, or waiting for any immigration documents, the landscape of travel and maintaining your status in the United States is shifting in ways that directly affect you. Recent announcements from the Department of Homeland Security have introduced new rules and programs that will be implemented very soon, while other long-standing programs have been temporarily suspended, leaving many applicants uncertain about their next steps. These changes are not hypothetical or speculative. They are official policy updates that have been published in the Federal Register, confirmed by government sources, and now take effect immediately or in the coming days. Understanding these updates is critical because your ability to travel internationally, renew your documents, or apply for permanent residence could be influenced by them. This is not just about compliance. It's about planning your future and avoiding unnecessary complications in the complex U.S. immigration system. The following sections will explain each change in detail, what it means for you, and the practical steps you can take to protect your status. Biometric Entry and Exit System launching, December 26, 2025. Starting December 26, 2025, a comprehensive biometric entry and exit system will be implemented at every port of entry in the United States. This system affects every non-U.S. citizen, including green card holders, visa holders, and even certain previously exempt categories, such as diplomats. The Department of Homeland Security published the final rule in October 2025, officially authorizing U.S. Customs and Border Protection to capture facial biometrics from all non-citizens entering or leaving the country. At airports, seaports, land borders, and other authorized entry points, your photograph will be taken and matched against existing records, including visa application photos, passport images, and previous travel records, using the government's traveler verification system. This real-time verification ensures identity confirmation at every entry and exit. For non-citizens, the photographs will be stored in the DHS Biometric Identity Management System, potentially for decades, creating a permanent record of international travel. The purpose, according to the Federal Register, is to enhance security, prevent visa fraud, track visa overstays, and support legal compliance with immigration law. Who must comply and what happens at the border? Green card holders, all visa holders, and other non-citizens will now have their photograph taken at every U.S. entry and exit point. Even categories that were previously exempt, such as Canadian visitors or diplomats, will no longer have special exemptions. For citizens, participation is voluntary. If they choose not to participate, they can still go through traditional passport inspection. Upon arrival or departure, CBP officers will use facial recognition technology to compare your image to government databases, verifying identity instantly. Privacy measures differ for citizens and non-citizens. Citizens' voluntary photographs are deleted within 12 hours of verification, while non-citizens' images are stored long-term. Refusing to comply with the biometric process could result in denial of entry or boarding, and for green card holders, this may raise questions about admissibility, making compliance critical. Preparing for this new system requires planning, understanding, and patience, particularly during the initial rollout period. How this system impacts travel and naturalization. One of the most significant implications of the biometric entry and exit system is how it will affect naturalization applications. USCIS requires proof that green card holders maintained continuous residence in the U.S. and were physically present for a minimum period of time. With this new system, the government will have detailed digital records of every trip abroad, eliminating ambiguity about travel history. This means that applicants should maintain their own travel logs as well, noting dates, destinations, and purposes of each trip. Frequent travelers should anticipate additional time at ports of entry during the rollout, especially at airports and high-traffic seaports where the system is prioritized first. Even though the full implementation may take several years, the rules are effective immediately, so understanding what to expect and preparing accordingly is essential for all non-citizens planning to travel internationally. Preparing for the biometric process. To prepare for the new biometric entry and exit process, ensure that all your travel documents are current, including green cards, visas, and passports. Arrive at ports of entry earlier than usual to account for processing time. Maintain meticulous personal records of your travel, even though the government will also record this information in case discrepancies arise. Legal experts note that challenges to the system may be pursued in the future, but for now, compliance is mandatory. In addition, if your documents are about to expire or are otherwise not in order, renew them prior to travel. Keeping your own records and being proactive ensures smoother travel and protects you from potential complications related to your permanent resident status or future naturalization applications. Diversity Visa Lottery Program suspended. On December 18, 2025, the Department of Homeland Security announced an immediate suspension of the Diversity Visa Lottery Program, also known as the Green Card Lottery. This program provides up to 55,000 immigrant visas each year to applicants from countries with historically low rates of immigration to the United States. The announcement affects all stages of the program, including those who were selected in recent lotteries, those awaiting interviews, and potential applicants for future lotteries. While the government has paused issuing diversity visas, the suspension's exact application to different stages of the process remains unclear, leaving thousands of applicants in temporary uncertainty. Individuals in affected categories should monitor official government sources closely and consider consulting an immigration attorney to explore alternative immigration pathways. Understanding the Diversity Visa Program. The Diversity Visa Program was established by Congress in 1990 to promote a more diverse immigrant population in the United States. Applicants must meet minimum education or work experience requirements, pass background checks and medical examinations, and succeed in consular interviews. The program is popular worldwide with millions of applicants each year. In 2025, over 20 million people applied and more than 131,000 were selected, including family members of winners. For many applicants from underrepresented countries, this program is a unique opportunity for legal permanent residents, as employment-based or family-based immigration options may not be accessible. The recent suspension affects these individuals significantly, creating an immediate need for alternative planning and careful documentation. Implications for applicants. If you are currently selected in the Diversity Visa Lottery, awaiting an interview, or planning to apply, this pause affects your timeline and options. The government has not provided a timeline for when or if the program will resume, creating uncertainty. For applicants outside the United States, travel plans may need to be postponed. For those already in the U.S. under the program, the next steps may depend on future announcements. Maintaining up-to-date documentation, following official announcements, and consulting qualified immigration professionals are essential to navigating this sudden change. Planning alternative pathways, such as employment-based, family-based, or other immigrant categories, may be necessary to continue pursuing permanent residence. USCIS policy. Updates on photographs. Beyond these major changes, USCIS has implemented updated requirements for photographs used in immigration documents. Effective December 12, 2025, any photograph for green cards, work permits, or other official documents must be no more than 3 years old. Applicants with photographs older than this will need to attend a new biometric appointment before receiving or renewing documents. This ensures that all photos accurately reflect current appearances and enhances security and identity verification processes. It is important to review all documentation carefully before submitting applications, as outdated photographs could delay processing. USCIS updates on employment authorization. USCIS has also revised the validity periods for certain Employment Authorization Document (EAD) categories effective December 5, 2025. These changes adjust maximum validity periods for select categories of EADs, impacting renewal schedules and planning for employment in the U.S. Applicants should review the updated policy manual available on the USCIS website to confirm whether their EAD category is affected. Remaining informed ensures continuity of work authorization and avoids lapses in employment eligibility. Technical updates to adjustment of status. For those adjusting status to permanent residency, USCIS has updated forms and guidance, including the I-485 application and related supplements. Changes include revised processes for requesting exemptions from the Affidavit of Support requirement and updates to Form I-485 Supplement J for job portability. Using the most current forms is essential to avoid delays or rejections. Checking the official USCIS website for the latest versions ensures compliance with the most recent policy changes and helps prevent processing issues. Reductions in processing times. USCIS continues to update processing times and work on reducing backlogs that accumulated over recent years. Median processing times for EADs have dropped to approximately 1 month, and naturalization applications are moving faster than before. However, times vary depending on the service center and application type. Applicants should regularly check the USCIS website for real-time updates to processing timelines to plan accordingly. Understanding these timelines allows for better scheduling of travel, employment, and personal commitments while waiting for immigration decisions. Steps to protect your status now. Given these changes, several steps are crucial to protect your status and ensure compliance. Update your address with USCIS using Form AR11 within 10 days of moving to avoid missing critical notices. Attend all scheduled appointments, including biometrics and interviews, or request rescheduling if emergencies arise. Keep both digital and physical copies of all documents submitted to or received from USCIS. Regularly consult official government websites for updates and avoid relying on social media or unofficial sources. When in doubt, consult a licensed immigration attorney or accredited representative. For eligible green card holders, applying for naturalization provides additional security and eliminates many travel and status concerns. Practical advice for green card holders. Green card holders traveling internationally should anticipate biometric verification at every entry and exit starting December 26, 2025. Plan extra time at airports and borders, maintain personal travel logs, and ensure all documents are current. Even though the government will track your movements, having your own records provides a safeguard against discrepancies or errors in the system. Understanding your obligations and maintaining proactive compliance helps prevent complications with permanent residency or future naturalization applications. Staying informed and planning ahead. The U.S. immigration landscape is changing rapidly, and staying informed through official government channels is essential. Rely only on verified sources such as USCIS.gov, CBP.gov, and the State Department's websites. Avoid relying on social media rumors or non-credentialed advice. Timely, accurate information allows you to respond appropriately to new policies, maintain compliance, and explore alternative immigration pathways when necessary. Being informed also ensures that you can act quickly if sudden changes occur, such as program suspensions or new procedural requirements. Summary of key updates. The 3 most important developments are, first, the biometric entry and exit system launching December 26, 2025, affecting all non-citizens and creating permanent digital travel records. Second, the indefinite suspension of the Diversity Visa Lottery Program as of December 18, 2025, which requires monitoring and alternative planning for affected applicants. Third, ongoing USCIS policy updates regarding photographs, employment authorization, and adjustment of status forms. Understanding these changes, staying compliant, and taking proactive steps ensures that you are prepared for the evolving immigration landscape. Final recommendations. To navigate these updates successfully, maintain accurate records of travel, keep your documentation current, attend all appointments, and monitor official government channels daily. Consult qualified professionals when needed and explore alternative immigration pathways if your current options are paused or delayed. Applying for naturalization, if eligible, provides the greatest security and freedom from many of these administrative changes. These practical steps help safeguard your status, reduce stress, and ensure compliance with the U.S. immigration system. Moving forward with confidence. The recent changes may feel sudden, but understanding them and acting deliberately allows you to maintain control over your immigration journey. By staying informed, keeping meticulous records, and planning ahead, you can continue to travel, work, and live in the United States without unnecessary complications. While these policies require adaptation, they also create clarity in record-keeping and verification processes, which ultimately supports a stable and lawful path forward for residents and applicants alike. Take action today. Prepare for the biometric entry and exit system, monitor the diversity visa program, and ensure your USCIS documentation is current. Maintain records, attend appointments, and consult experts when needed. The more proactive you are, the smoother your immigration experience will be despite policy shifts. By understanding and following these updates, you protect your status and plan effectively for the future.